Level's Residency Lab supports artists with bold, ambitious and cutting-edge ideas that strengthen their mission to celebrate the art that difference makes.
How can art be made more fun was one of the questions that we wanted to ask people, as well as many others that we reached out to learn more about from audiences across social media and across Level's audience. We asked lots of questions about how you think people could have more fun, how can art be made more fun, what shapes and colours are fun, all different kinds of things, so that we could build an artwork that Level's audience and audiences in general wanted to see and experience in galleries that could be fun and entertaining and interactive.
So before we arrived at Level, we collated all of those answers and feedback that we'd got from audiences so that we were ready to hit the ground running with ideas when we finally arrived at Level.
So as Brew projects, myself, Beth Lambert and Laura Mabbott, we work together to make art more inclusive, more accessible and more fun. Big part of what we do is to try and demystify the arts, and we thought this really worked well with what Level was doing and the residency opportunity here.
During the residency at Level, as well as making the fun machine, we ran some workshops. They helped us to engage more with Level's audience and test out some of our ideas before we put them into the final machine that was presented to the public.
When creating the workshops, we were really inspired by process art, which is an artistic movement based on purely the creative expression of creating artwork. We were inspired by previous artists of history who created artwork in this way and invented lots of chaotic drawing methods to help people create fun artworks based purely on expression.
Another thing we wanted to explore during the residency was the digital aspect of our practice. So we took some of the expressive artworks made in these workshops and added some augmented reality visuals to them to bring them alive and express some of the ideas that the participants had come up with during the workshops. One of the recurring themes that came up when we spoke to people about their ideas of what fun meant to them was fairgrounds. Lots of the other answers that people had given to our questions also related to the idea of a fairground. The colours and the shapes that people talked about and the activities that they liked doing all related somehow back to this idea, so we decided to run with it. The Fun Machine became a collection of fairground-inspired games that allowed participants to draw their own abstract artwork that they could take home with them.
As Brew projects, many of the projects we've created in the past have been really playful and being based on games, and so we knew the importance of playtesting all of our ideas. It was important to get these games streamlined so that they could be as fun as possible when people were making their drawings, and so that people weren't getting frustrated or that the things and contraptions that we were creating would work.
As part of our mission at Level, we wanted to create an experience that would cater to a diverse audience as possible. So we tried to do this by engaging as many senses as possible in the room when people came to experience the Fun Machine. One of the things we did was release scent into the room of candy floss to evoke the atmosphere of a fairground. And we also played fairground music whilst people were in the space. The Fun Machine was made up of lots of textures and colours, and we weren't precious about the objects themselves and really wanted people to touch and engage with the things that we'd made. We also created a variety of different games that people could play with, so hopefully there would be something there that everyone could access and that everyone would enjoy.
At the end of this making process, you came to a framing station to frame your artwork ready for you to take home. One of the amazing things that we heard from people during the process of asking questions in the beginning was that people really wanted something to take away with them. One of the best things about completing fairground games at the fair is winning a prize, and we wanted to include one in our game, and this came in the form of winning a fairground fish. We created an augmented reality fish version of the felted fish we made during one of our workshops, and so the artwork that people had made could be included in our final prize.
The Fun Machine was a temporary installation, so we decided to create it from materials that could be recycled and easily packed down at the end of our residency. We'd taken lots of photographs and videos and recorded lots of feedback from people. But another way that we were able to capture the Fun Machine was to take a digital 3D scan of the object itself.